Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the Disney Store exclusive Marvel Select Iron Man Hulkbuster armor. This armor is based on the comic design for the Hulkbuster. I just got this yesterday, and I have had it on pre-order for a while. I'm really excited to have this because the the Hulkbuster wave of the the Marvel Legends, I think is coming out very soon. I don't think it's coming out yet. I think it's maybe next month, or soon. Anyway, and I for a while I was like, oh yeah, I'll get the whole wave because I really, I wanted a Hulkbuster, and the old Legends Hulkbuster was far too expensive and far too small, honestly. And so I was like, oh, I'll get the Build-A-Figure. But I wasn't, like, honestly, like, super duper thrilled about it because, as I've said on my channel before, like, I prefer to collect comic-based designs if possible. And I didn't actually want all of the figures in that wave, whereas the previous waves I did. So when this, the pictures turned up for it, I guess, or I think the same day the pre-order went up, I was like, yes, this is for me, this is what I want. So, I'm sorry if this intro was a little long-winded, but yeah, I'm again interrupting my Legends reviews with this one because I was just excited to get it in the mail and put a review up right away. So I'll just show you the package and keep rambling on, I'm sure. I know a lot of people weren't quite as excited as I was for this because they thought that it wasn't big enough. And I find that an interesting kind of argument for this because, one, most of the people saying this were Marvel Legends collectors who have Marvel Legends sized Hulks who would be smaller than this figure. And then two, I don't know where everybody's getting the impression that the Hulkbuster armor is so huge, because in the comics, I've seen art of the Hulkbuster armor, and it varies. Like, sometimes he's a little bigger, sometimes he's about the same size as the Hulk, and a lot of times he's smaller than the Hulk, because, it's still a dude in a giant armor suit, so, and the Hulk is, like, sometimes the Hulk is drawn really, really, really big, so really, I think it kind of varies, and I'm not super, super concerned about the scale on this, as opposed to some other characters. So, anyway, art. Package. We got the Disney Store exclusive logo down there. You have Iron Man, Hulkbuster, Marvel Select up at the top. You can't really see that. It's there, I swear. Special collector edition action figure, blah, blah, blah. You got some artwork here. It looks like, looks like Iron Man, like in his extremis armor, looking up at the Hulkbuster armor. By the way, guys, I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird in this video. I went to a soccer game last night and was doing a lot of yelling, and now my voice is, like, a little gone. So don't mind me. We got some art on the side here of the Hulkbuster, and you can see a little Hulk hand here, so fighting. And then on the back, we have a big shot of the figure there. And you got a Marvel Store sticker over it, which is where I pre-ordered mine from Marvel. Proof of purchase, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, this, on the box it says $24.95. I think I paid like $27 or something with, like, tax or shipping, whatever it ended up coming to. I think I had free shipping, so I think it was just tax. And I mean, that instead of buying like $150, $60 wave of figures that I didn't really want all of, and it's in the comic style that I wanted, boom, I'm sold. I don't really care about the scale. So that's your standard Marvel Select packaging. You got your licensed product thing in here. I didn't even open it, so I'm not really sure what's in there. But, take a look here. So, before I jump on in, I figured I would measure him. I don't have a ruler handy, but I have my measuring tape. So, let's do like 9 inches. So, go back here. It is roughly 8 inches tall. Roughly. A little shorter than that. So, your typical Marvel Legends figure is 6 inches. I don't have a Marvel Legends Hulk, unfortunately, to show you, but I'm assuming a Marvel Legends Hulk is about 7 or so inches. So, let's just quickly take look at a couple of figures here. So, Okay, I have a 6-inch Marvel Now cap. Definitely looking like very small next to this armor. Okay, cool. I have, let's see, like a 7-inch DC Collectibles figure. So, you know, you can see he's starting to get up there, but the Hulkbuster is still obviously like much wider and everything. So, and you know, but a Hulk would be too. So, okay. Now, the only Hulk that I have is the Marvel Select Incredible Hulk. I haven't reviewed this guy, but I will, eventually, if not shortly. I personally love this figure. I love how big he is next to the Legends. And so this is my Hulk, and he is bigger than this Hulkbuster. So, take a look here. This is how they kind of look standing next to each other. Oh, back them up a bit here. It's not like he's a little ant and he's a towering monster. He's a little bit taller. He's a head taller than him. And, you know, he's a big, hulking guy. So, I don't have a problem with this. I think the scale is fine. I think it looks about like what the comic art that I've seen looks like. Hulkbuster's slightly smaller, so I'm cool. You know, you can have them posed as they did in the Marvel Select like promo art with this hand up and then Hulk kind of running at him, ready to like punch him. Sorry, I don't really have a good angle here, but basically that's how they have it shown in the artwork. But yeah, so I dig it. I'm cool. I'm down with this. I'm so happy to have this figure as my Hulkbuster. I don't need any more. I don't need to be going crazy with Build-A-Figures or old, you know, $60 Legends that are up to here. So, let's get into this guy's review for real. So, we'll take a look. Kind of try to take a look up close here. So, the head is buried in here. I haven't tried to see if you can really get it out. I don't think you can. It's really, like, recessed in here. And I'm not sure that it's even, like, if it would even be on a ball joint. I don't know if anybody else has kind of looked into it. It does rotate, so it's at least kind of on some kind of swivel, but it doesn't look like it would be easy to pop it off and put on, like, a Tony Stark head. That's one benefit of the Legends figure. I don't think even the new Build-A-Figure has that, but I think, you know, if you're talking about all the Hulkbusters available in this sort of scale, the old Legends, you could, it was actually a cap that you could open up. But, I mean, it would be just as good to be able to pop this off and put on a Tony Stark head. Probably look at some of the reviews and see if anybody talks about that, or check out the Marvel Legends collector community and see if anybody's thought about it. If you could get this off, even if there isn't a ball joint in there, I'm sure it'd be pretty, you know, you could replace it with a ball joint, probably. But, yeah, so that's how the sculpting looks on it. Looks like the comic to me. Got the arc reactor area. A little bit of like a paint bleed here. Looks like they didn't mask properly. It should be gold. You can see like all the rivets in the armor. I hope this is, oh, there we go. I hope it's showing on camera okay. Got some armor in the chest here. Belt. Legs look really cool with like these rivets on the armor and like the gold details. You got all these details on the shoe, boot, whatever. Here. On the back here. All sorts of little rivets down this armor plating. You got a lot, even on like the butt in the back here. All the back here has, these are all rivets, little like bolty looking things. Arms look really cool. You have all these like pieces here coming off, and then you got your plating here with the gold and some in here. These shoulder pieces, oh sorry, this is tough, this is a big figure. Shoulder pieces are they're kind of like a rubbery plastic, and they're on these like hinged Actually, I think kind of, they're on like a ball joint, actually. See that if I show you over here? They're on like, kind of like a ball joint, like rubbery piece here. I don't know if you can, yeah, I think you can see that. So that's a ball joint. The rubber it's attached to here feels kind of flimsy. So I wouldn't go like pulling on this too tight or anything, but it should be fine otherwise, and it helps with the articulation, obviously. So that's really cool. And you got the honeycomb on the shoulder armor. He obviously also has these, I don't know what these are, to be honest. I'm guessing like some kind of repulsor or, weaponry or something up here, back here. And those are silver with like red trim. And you can see now his hands here. He's got one fist and one open hand. Now, unfortunately, in the promo art, it looked like he might have articulation in the fingers. And we already knew the answer, actually, before getting the figure, because some people contacted Diamond Select and asked. No, there's no articulation, unfortunately. I don't know, it's interesting to kind of take this route here and have a fist and an open hand and not offer articulation or alternate hands. That's a really extreme pose on such a big figure like this, to have this. That's how my Hulkbuster has to be stuck. Unfortunately, yes. I mean, I still love this figure. You can kind of get away with maybe if you kind of pose his hand like down, you don't really see it as much, or you just kind of stick with like the repulsor blast, or with the Hulk punching his palm. It offers a few different poses you can do, or if you like pose him, you do a profile shot and you keep the hand down next to like his hip, and then focus on the right hand, the fist. You can make it work. Again, for like $27 over a $160 wave, I'm down. So down. So, would it be cool to have articulation? Absolutely. Would it be cool to have an alternate hand? Sure. But I'll take it. I understand the sacrifices. Because this is a heavy figure. It's a tall figure. It's a wide figure. These Diamond Select figures are no joke. Like, Marvel Select figures, this is retail $24.99. These little cheapy 6-inch Marvel Legends are $19.99. So for a $5 difference, you get, I don't know how many more pounds of or ounces at least of plastic this is. That just feels higher quality than this, which is already overpriced. I mean, we know that these used to be what, like $10 back in the day. So, I feel like this is more appropriately priced, if anything. These should be like $15. This, maybe it should go down to 20 or something, but I'm fine paying 25 because this feels like real quality. Yeah. Did I just cover everything as far as sculpt and look and everything? I think so. So I'm just gonna go through articulation. I hope you got a good look at the sculpt and everything. It's a little tough with my like filming area to get a bigger figure like this more appropriately looked at, but I try. And there's not too much to show as far as paint apps. The red is a really nice metallic red. He's got silver in the ball joints here and on the rivets, some of the rivets, and then gold accents and all the other places, and blue eyes. So I mean, that's the paint for you. So I'll go through the articulation, as I said. The head, like I said, swivels kind of, if you can grab it. So you can get him to just look one way or the other if you want. I get the feeling it's kind of just some kind of weird swivel joint underneath and not like a ball joint, because like I can push on it and it doesn't move up or down. So it must be just on some kind of weird swivel, unfortunately. He has this diaphragm joint that will go side to side and forward a bit and back a bit. Not immensely. It goes back a little more than it goes forward. It's back. That's forward. But it twists, you can kind of twist it around and get him to move, like, more in depth. So it's overall, in combining all the joints, he has a pretty good range of motion for a big guy like this. Again, these go up and around and stuff. You can move the arms up 90 degrees. And you can probably twist them all the way around, but I don't want to risk flopping this. He does have, he has a bicep swivel, actually, here. and an elbow swivel here with the hinge at the elbow as well. It doesn't seem like my elbow hinge wants to bend much. This one's bending. I think my one elbow hinge is stuck. This one goes 90 degrees and back. Let's see what's up with this. There we go. It kind of ratchets at the elbow, and mine didn't want to move. There we go. Alright, it's moving. Whew, be careful. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, oh, okay. Okay, well, this is okay for a review. So the shoulder pad popped off as I was doing that because I guess I stretched it too much. It's actually a bullet joint on both sides, so it's fine. It's not broken. It's actually plastic, not really rubber. It's like a thin plastic. So I should be able to just pop this back on now. Let's hope it's easy. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Alright, so good news. Shoulder pad is fine. He also has a wrist rotation this way as well as this way. So he can wave at you. Hi. There's one more use for your open hand. Okay. Now, where were we? So he doesn't have like a waist twist down here because he has the diaphragm up here, which is okay. He does have like ball jointed, like T-jointed hips, and they actually move quite a bit out. Like, look at this. I think this moves more than my pizza. This moves actually way more than my pizza Spidey, even after I modified his leg joints. Look at that. My Hulkbuster can do the splits. Craziness. Look at that. Where's my Spider-Man? Look at this. Pizza Spidey. Hulkbuster putting you to shame. Putting you to shame. Sorry, I don't have this, like... Wow. That's crazy. So, yes, he does the splits, and he will move, you know, forward, and a little bit back, but not by much. And then he has the rotation at the top here. Let's see the silver ball joint in there. And then he has a knee joint that will go that far. And also rotate. And then just the ankles, which go you know, forward and back, mostly back. They're stopped right here at this armor, but then they go back that far, and they swivel a little bit. They have no, they have a rocker. Oh, sweet. They do have a rocker. Okay, the rocker goes. Let's see. Not super far. It doesn't go as far as he splits, I'll tell you. But he does have a bit of a rocker, and it rocks both ways. So, yeah. Diamond Select's doing a really nice job on improving the, like the articulation and everything on these Marvel Select figures so that they fit better with the Legends, because they must be getting word that we like buying Hulks and Juggernauts and, you know, Hulkbusters and, you know, whatever, and putting them with our Legends collections. They must be getting wind of this, because they're definitely, you know, making them fit in a little better while making them look really, really good. So, props to Diamond Select. I'm really digging this figure. I am happy to have a Hulkbuster in my collection, especially a cheaper one, and one that is the comic style, because I really like it, and I like my comic figures to fit. Like, I mean, I like to... What am I saying? I like to collect comic figures, so this fits better with what I collect. And I'm sorry, I pulled down my Extremis Iron Man so I could plop him in. I didn't do a comparison with him. He's very dusty, but pop him in for a second. Unfortunately, the reds are a little bit different, so it doesn't look like he like designed the suits at the same time or something. But the Extremis Iron Man being... Actually, on camera, they don't come off so bad. The Extremis Iron Man being so small, like, they originally... You know, this design was not well thought out. I'm being a man in armor here. But being so small, he looks really nice with this Hulkbuster. Like, this guy could be in the suit for sure. So that's really cool. So yeah, I mean, I think that covers it now. Thank you, Diamond Select, for giving this figure to us before I went and spent my money on a big old wave of Legends. I will be picking some up from that wave, and I'm going to be picking a couple up from the Ant-Man wave, and then I'll probably be buying a case for the next Spider-Man wave. So there are still plenty of Legends reviews in my future, on top of the ones that I still have coming. And various other things. I have... What did I get recently? Oh, I have a couple some DC stuff, and and my Ares custom is just about done, so that's exciting. And then that's one more to add to my Dark Adventures, so I'm excited to share that when it's finished up, which will be soon, hopefully. And yeah, so okay, I'm gonna wrap this up now. This is a really long review. I'm sorry. Sorry to anybody who's not a regular subscriber of mine. This is usually how my reviews go. I'm really wordy, and I try to cover everything. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please sub, because good job. So thank you so much, everyone who watches. I do recommend this figure, obviously, if you haven't figured that out yet. Whether you're, looking to build like your Iron Man armory, or you just want one Hulkbuster because you don't have one like me, definitely pick them up. I bought mine on MarvelShop.com. I don't know if he's still up there, but I mean, I know it's because I know it says Disney store exclusive, so physically in stores he'll only be in Disney stores, but online he should hopefully still be on MarvelShop.com. So yeah, thank you again for watching, guys. Sorry about my voice, and I'll see you in the next review. Bye.